Hi, everyone. My name is Dana Schmidt-Johnson. I'm the Ritual Society Community Manager and the House Astrologer. Today, we are going to be talking about the Tarot card of the year. Every year is associated with one of the major arcana tarot cards, and 2023 was a chariot year, bringing forth determination, getting ourselves back on track after a couple of chaotic years. So who better to talk to us about the tarot card of the year than Ritual Society's Erin Jones? Welcome back, Erin.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here and to bring a little taste of what's to come for 2024.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to a bright new year. So tell us, what is the tarot card of the year for 2024?
So, the tarot card of the year for 2024, this is all based on numerology. So, when we add up the years, it's 2024. So, 2 and 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8, which is the Strength card. And at first glance, that might sound really relieving and lovely, but it is definitely full of challenges as well, as is kind of the energy of all cards. I feel like there's a multifaceted meaning to all of it. It really encompasses like all of our sort of human experience. So, at first glance, lovely. We'll get into more of the nitty gritty when we have our meeting.
Yeah, how I like you said, strength feels like, oh yeah, we can really get into some of that this year, right? Put that oomph behind our goals. It's going to be a really great astrological year too, to start getting things accomplished, start looking forward. How can we tap more into the energy of the strength card?
So, yeah, we'll talk a little bit about how I kind of work with the larger themes. Um, I'll likely come up with a tarot spread or two where people can kind of check in with the strength card and what lessons and support it might lend to all of those kinds of things this year, your goals, your aspirations, even just personal growth, reflections on where we've been and where we're going. So we'll definitely have some spreads around the strength card. And we'll also talk a bit about some of the symbolism in the card. Um, there's quite a bit in this particular card. There's only a few cards in the tarot that have the infinity symbol on them. This is one of them. I will also maybe dip a little bit into the eights in general, because often when we talk about the major arcana, we're also looking at the eights, because this is the card number 8, at least in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. This is card number 8. I know that there are other decks that actually have it as card number 11. So depending on the deck that you use, you might have, I think it's Justice that it kind of toggles back and forth with. But as far as Rider-Waite-Smith, it is the 8th card. So we'll also maybe look a little bit at the 8s of the tarot.
That's fantastic, because there are so many different facets when you start really diving into each individual card as its own piece of art, even, right?
Absolutely.
So we're super excited to dive into the strength card with you in January as our official guest teacher. But you also, of course, do our monthly tarot talk sessions. And we're going to kick off 2022 strong with the cards, because we've got you coming in to talk about the tarot card of the year. We'll have our tarot talk. We at the end of the end of December, we'll be pulling our cards for the year ahead. We'll be pulling our cards for January on the last day of the year. So, guys, just bring your planners, bring your decks, get ready to dive into the cards. Can you tell us maybe a little bit more what we can expect over the next month with all this information coming at us from the cards?
Yeah, for sure. So I think as we begin to kind of fade from that chariot momentum, motivation, sort of drive, the chariot for me is often associated with getting out of your comfort zone, which I feel like was definitely a theme for 2023. Um, and that's challenging, right? So I think when we're met with that perseverance that it takes to continue to challenge ourselves, of course, coming in behind that, having strength there, is such a beautiful teacher. I think that vulnerability is really related to that card, and courage in general, and that being coupled with getting out of our comfort zone. I think those two things just go hand in hand. So it feels like a really potent follow up to that feeling of like maybe a little out of control, a little like I don't know what I'm doing, that kind of feeling when we step out of our comfort zone. Most of that comes more from like our brain activity, our mind, feeling really uncomfortable and seeking and desiring the familiar. And this is like a really courageous act to step through and past that and really honor our depths, right? And bring that to the surface. So I feel like strength is such a beautiful pairing, to kind of start to dip into as we move out of that chariot year energy.
I love the way that you have kind of blended the two together so that we can, because in our minds these years have all blended together, right? So this
Absolutely.
idea of, hey, how can we start to step away from the familiar, which is long gone now, right, in the world, and move into what is our future, and that is very exciting. Oh, Erin, you explain things so well. It's going to be a really great session to talk about this year, this card, this strength, and really dive in early January. So we cannot wait. Thank you so much for being here today. Where can we find you out in the world?
All right, so a couple places. I am offering currently year ahead tarot readings. I've got a few slots left. I do those both in person for local Colorado folks or online for folks who are further away. You can find all the information and offerings on my website, which is www.hermitandthemoon.com. You can find me in the society. I'm always there. If anyone has questions, you're welcome to send me a private message in the society or comment on a feed that we've already started. I'll probably be popping in with some comments, just asking folks kind of what topics they might want to explore over the next year. And we'll get a good list going for our monthly talks. So those are some of the best places. On Instagram, I am at hermit_and_the_moon. If you want to find me there, you can follow along with my local schedule and other offerings and things that are going on. Yeah, I think those are the main places to find more information.
Fabulous. Go track her down, you guys, and follow along, of course, in the society. And we will see you all there in January. Thanks so much, Erin.
Thank you.